Marcos Maidana and Jesus Soto Karass. Referee Kenny Bayless, the bell in round one. For Maidana, the 202-day layoff has been the longest of his professional career. Known as a knockout specialist, he has 10 first-round KOs. Meanwhile, Soto Karass has 6 first-round knockouts. That came in the first 8 fights of his professional career.
And let me say that we've seen 3 jabs from Maidana already. He's with new trainer Robert Garcia, and what was their priority? Start using the jab, and he has. Wow, but there's that overhand right. He's still got power.
Well, when you throw the jab enough times, it sets up other power shots. If he uses it the correct way, he'll find that his power shots get set up better off his jab anyway.
Robert Garcia making a big name for himself in Oxnard, California. The former IBF junior lightweight champion who also trains Nonito Donaire, Brandon Rios, and Kelly Pavlik, among others. And Maidana along the ropes now, circling away. Soto Karass flashes the jab. Straight right hand by Soto Karass. Counter jab from Maidana. So again, no feeling out processes here on Mexican Independence Day weekend.
Both of these men can be hit, and we have seen evidence of this. How about Karass switching to lefty?
Yeah, I'll tell you a couple of nuances in this first round.
Yes.
You never think you'd see Marcos Maidana boxing off the back foot either, but he is.
Soto Karass been training camp at the Sky High training gym in the high altitude of Big Bear, California. Again, winning back-to-back fights in a vicious right hand by Maidana, but a nice counter from Soto Karass. Soto Karass' career was on life support after going 0-4 with 1 no decision, but again, picking up a couple of wins and so far involved in another exciting fight here to kick things off the opening round of this 12-round battle.
Very good first round. And remember, Maidana moving up to 147. They said this is the fight where we'll find out, can he fight it this way? Karass has fought at 147, even 154. Nice overhand right by Karass.
And there's the triple jab from Maidana. Final minute, Soto Karass again with the right hand. And Maidana really trying to establish the jab, but it's Soto Karass, the bigger of the 2 athletes, getting the better of these exchanges, Paulie.
Yeah, Mauro, it's a good point. Maidana at junior welterweight a lot of times look like the bigger man, but here at welterweight, he's not so big. It's Jesus Soto Karass has fought some of his fights even at junior middleweight, and he's the bigger man in there tonight.
30 seconds left in the opening round, and Soto Karass coming forward, landing the left hook to the body. Going to the body. Nice exchange. 10 seconds left in this opening round. Welterweight action between Marcos Maidana and Jesus Soto Karass, and they are swinging right to the bell.
Marcos Maidana, here are the keys for him. Don't let Karass move if he was going to move. He didn't do too much in the first round. Go downstairs, work the body. He hasn't done that yet. I said straighten out the right hand, but you know what? He hasn't had to because he's landed overhand rights. Now, as for Soto Karass, don't forget the jab. He did throw that punch, and it helped set up right hands. He's got to keep his hands up, and this is one of the rare times they use the same key for both men. He did straighten out his right hand and landed it very effectively also.
Speaking of jabs, Al, a little nick underneath the right eye of Jesus Soto Karass, maybe a little bruise. Those jabs from Maidana showing their effect.
Soto Karass has been cut in 3 previous fights. As we are underway here, round 2. Soto Karass in the black with yellow trunks, Maidana in the red. Maidana attacking the body with the straight right. Right to the side of Soto Karass' head. And there's a left hook by Maidana. And another lead left hook that glances off the glove as Soto Karass caught that one and then gets popped with a jab.
In the last round, both men threw over 90 punches, 95 for Maidana, 96 for Soto Karass. Maidana landing 38. So these men are active and they are fairly accurate.
Soto Karass with a 3-inch reach advantage. Maidana coming in, landing the right hand. Another right cross to the jaw. Lead left hook. Karass goes to the body and then stabs him with the jab.
Good exchanges here, guys. Maidana's jab has really been a key. When he comes up off the jab, he's landing some good right hands and hooks, although Karass returns as good as he's getting sometimes.
Crisp combination there. Maidana with the double jab of the right hand.
Karass is switching to lefty a lot, but it's really not an effective move at this point for him, or at least hasn't been so far. Then he squares up, which is bad.
Nearing the midway point of round 2 as we take a look at the total jabs so far in the fight, and a big edge for Maidana, working under new trainer Robert Garcia.
There's a headline. When was the last time Marcos Maidana out-jabbed anybody? That's spectacular for him.
And it's carrying the round for him. This round, the jab has really been the key to success.
Oh, and there's a vicious left hand that popped the head back. Maidana nailing Soto Karass, who absorbed the punch coming forward. And there's a lead left hook that catches Soto Karass, but he walks right through it. Maidana getting busier in the final minute of the second round, but Soto Karass now hurt.
Soto Karass has got some chin.
Oh, and he's landing some shots as well. And you know, he negates his height and reach by leaning in like this every fight.
Again from the southpaw stance, Soto Karass working the body. Maidana along the ropes, pivots away. An electric atmosphere here at the MGM Grand. Overhand right connects by Maidana. Now Soto Karass working on Maidana on the ropes, but Maidana able again to circle away and come back with a combination of his own. Terrific action here between Jesus Soto Karass and Marcos Maidana. The second round of this welterweight bout is in the books.
Marcos Maidana, we talked about him using the jab. When he does so, a double jab, and look what it does. It sets up the right hand, a straighter right hand than he has thrown. And remember, I said in the keys, straighten out the right hand. Combinations now by Maidana, as he throws a lead right, but then he's going to come with the hook. Now, that was a wide left hook, but after you've landed the right like that, you can get away with the wide left hook. And so, one thing he and Robert Garcia have to like, a very mechanically good performance so far.
The bell and round 3 between Jesus Soto Karass and Marcos Maidana, and a quick start as Maidana rocks the head of Soto Karass. Karass comes back with a right, but it's Maidana getting the better of the exchange to kick off this third round.
I'll tell you, I don't think Soto Karass knows how Maidana is going to come and attack. I mean, he came out jabbing the first few rounds. Now he came out throwing bombs this round. I tell you, Maidana's varying the offense enough to where Soto Karass is a little bit confused. And I don't think he expected this much variation.
Maidana, a product of Santa Fe, Argentina, which is really a boxing factory producing the likes of Carlos Monzon and Carlos Baldemir. And a fan favorite through and through.
We saw a terrific fighter from Argentina last week on Showtime, Lucas Matisse, who scored a terrific win over Olusegun Ajose in a very exciting fight. And we're seeing another Argentine who's terrific now.
And I know a lot of people would like to see Matisse and Maidana get it on, especially in Argentina. But right now, it's Maidana and Soto Karass again fighting in that proverbial phone booth. And it's Maidana teeing off on Soto Karass, backing him up to the ropes.
The edge and power punches by Maidana. You see, Soto Karass has landed some very good power punches, but not like Maidana has.
About 30 seconds ago, I saw Maidana roll back and counter with a right hand. I mean, he's doing things that slick boxers do. You can see Robert Garcia's teachings in there.
Yeah, by far his best mechanical, technical performance ever.
Yeah, definitely. A lot more versatility within his style.
And Garcia told us about Maidana's attitude, saying that he was going to camp to learn. He wanted to be treated just like everybody else. He was on Garcia's schedule and is a real student of the game. Kenny Bayless again warning Soto Karass. Last minute of the third round. Maidana working the jab.
Soto Karass is a rugged, resilient fighter. You see evidence of that here. But he is taking a lot of punishment from Marcos Maidana.
Straight left from Soto Karass. Attacks the body.
He's fought as a lefty here for a while now. Now he's actually throwing some good combinations.
30 seconds left in the third round. Lead left hook from Maidana. Bayless continuing in conversation with Soto Karass, who again leans in, and as you mentioned, Al, negating that 3-inch reach advantage of his. Maidana again flashing the jab. Left hand to the body by Soto Karass. Final 10 seconds of the third stanza. This welterweight bout is going to round 4. And a quick flurry at the end and some extracurricular activity. Soto Karass taking umbrage with Maidana's action at the bell.
That got a little heated, man.
You don't want to do that when you're in the enemy's corner, which is where he was.
Soto Karass was a little outnumbered over there.
That was Francisco Espinoza there talking to the referee, the manager of Soto Karass. Well, Marcos Maidana came right out, throwing an overhand lead right. As Paulie mentioned, variety to his attack. Then he went right back to the jab, straight right hand, which he had been doing earlier. And then at the end of the round, this is testy early on in the round actually, and that's where Kenny Bayless gives a little warning to Soto Karass. Then at the end of the round, punching after the bell, and there was a lot of tension at this point.
You know, Soto Karass took exception to it the second time around more so. I think, you know, it was already the first time in the round earlier. He got hit on the break, and when it happened the second time at the bell, he's like, you know, enough of this.
Referee Kenny Bayless warning both corners about that extracurricular activity. A very electric atmosphere and a tense tilt here between Marcos Maidana and Jesus Soto Karass in what has been a spirited affair through 3 rounds. We are in round 4.
You know, moving up to 147, there is a question, of course, of whether Maidana can take his power with him. Now, he's landed some big punches, and Karass has not gone down or been seriously hurt. But that doesn't mean Maidana's not a good puncher at 147. Soto Karass has a tremendous chin. Wow, there's a right hand from Maidana.
Soto Karass has been knocked down just once in his career against Nuran Soliman. He felt it wasn't a real knockdown. Felt he was hit behind the head. But so far, taking the best of Marcos Maidana in this one.
Yeah, Soto Karass is a seasoned pro, man. You can tell he's staying in there. You know, he's trading fire. He's got a great chin, but even the best of chins, if he keeps getting hit with this kind of power, it could wear him down.
And referee Kenny Bayless calling for the break, and again, some extracurricular activity. Bayless sending Soto Karass to the neutral corner, and he is taking a point away from Marcos Maidana. And a point being deducted. So after warning him after the third round, referee Kenny Bayless has seen enough.
Stop it, or somebody gets disqualified.
And he has warned them now, if they keep it up, someone is going to get disqualified. And Soto Karass now swarming Maidana. Maidana keeping him at bay with a jab, but gets caught with a 1-2 combination. Lead left hook by Maidana.
I don't think I've ever seen two fighters had points taken away at the same point. Here comes Karass.
And now a sense of urgency after the point deduction. In each corner, Soto Karass has Maidana along the ropes.
Wow, he was energized.
He's mad. He's angry. Look at Maidana rolling, though. Look at
Final minute of the fourth round. Soto Karass trying to find Maidana. Bobbing and weaving, and Maidana comes back with a 1-2 of his own. Terrific action here in Las Vegas. Mexican Independence Day weekend. Straight right hand by It's being billed as Knockout Kings, and if this action keeps up, you never know who is going to be the first to fall. 17 of Soto Karass' 26 wins by way of knockout, and of course Maidana with an incredible knockout ratio, 28 of his 31 wins coming by way of KO.
Let him go, Ramos. Let him go, let him go. Let him go.
Final 10 seconds. It's been another fantastic round here in the fourth, and referee Kenny Bayless again breaking them apart. Each have had 1 point deducted, and they almost came to blows at the bell.
We look at both fighters getting a point deducted by Kenny Bayless. Now, Maidana holding on the head, and then I'm not exactly sure what the infraction was that Soto Karass did. But whatever, both fighters were penalized. Now, the point is that at this juncture, it's now a 9-9 round. But after that, they both were energized. Toward the end of the round, Maidana did some great work after Soto Karass had landed big shots. And once it became a 9-9 round, I ended up making a 9-8 round for Soto Karass because I thought he won the round by a little bit.
Round 5 underway, and the replay you saw, Soto Karass sport what can best be described as an incredulous smile when he had the point deducted, gets caught on the jaw with that left hand, and again, this is a firefight here in round 5.
And now, with a different attack, Maidana has gone to double left hook, so as Paulie said, lots of diversity in his attack.
Yeah, he's a little bit more diversified, a little more versatile tonight. But I'll tell you one thing, these guys are in great shape because they have not stopped the fast pace from the opening bell, and they don't even look tired.
No, Soto Karass threw 102 punches in the last round.
Unofficial Showtime scoring through 4 rounds. Al Bernstein, Steve Farhood, and Paulie Malignaggi. Farhood has it even.
Bring him up, bring him up, bring him up, Marcos.
This has been such a firefight. It's a war of attrition, and Paulie brought up conditioning. Now, Soto Karass, who got an ultimatum from his manager 2 fights ago, you either have to train like I want you to, or you're getting out of the sport. Trained up in Big Bear and thinks he's in the best shape of his life. We're going to find out.
So far, it looks like that, I'll tell you that.
Yep. You see this crowd, I mean, they're fired up for this match. Oh, huge left hook by Karass.
A very appreciative crowd here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. A terrific tilt here between Maidana and Soto Karass. And Maidana going for the front face lock there. The break by Kenny Bayless, and now Soto Karass working the body. Maidana flicking that jab. And a great testimonial for the training expertise of Robert Garcia as we're seeing a different Marcos Maidana here tonight.
We are, but it seems like Soto Karass' volume is affecting him this round. Let's see how the round ends up ending up. But right now, Maidana trying to box, but Jesus Soto Karass getting off more punches.
Yes, Soto Karass here in round 5 showing his determination. Maidana working the body again at close encounters. Referee Kenny Bayless, who has been very involved in this affair, stepping between the two pugilists. Maidana flicking the jab but not following up, and Soto Karass standing right there.
In this round, Maidana has landed the harder punches, and I dare say Karass has landed more.
Work out, work out.
Soto Karass with a 1-2 combination. Final 10 seconds of the 5th round. And again, they exchange blows. What a fight in Las Vegas tonight. And again, these two don't want to stop at the bell. A very heated encounter between Soto Karass and Maidana, and some gamesmanship from Maidana.
Yeah, some mental games there. Soto Karass got in Maidana's head. He got in Maidana's face. Obviously, he doesn't want to get a point deducted. He didn't hit him, but he got right in his face at the end of the round.
At the end of the round, Maidana throwing those haymakers. Kenny Bayless is there. like it may have been breaking the rules, but nothing happened, and
well, we don't know,
not
maybe.
happy.
So each playing some games mentally, trying to get the psychological edge. It's been a very spirited affair between Marcos Maidana and Jesus Soto Karass. And we are now entering the 6th round, scheduled for 12.
Soto Karass yelling across the ring as he comes out to start the round and takes it right to Maidana.
And Soto Karass stalking Maidana, who comes back with a piston-like jab. An unbelievable atmosphere here in Las Vegas, the fight capital of the world.
Stop! Let go.
Going toe-to-toe is Maidana and Soto Karass.
This round started out like the last one did, with Maidana landing big punches after Karass had come out with his assault.
Stop.
Maidana's been able to use the jab early in the round to set up his offense. He's trying to box. The jab has got to be the key. He's using it more than he's used it the last 2 rounds, and it's opened him up. It's opened up Karass a lot.
So really
he's actually cut. Soto Karass is cut over the right eye.
It's not the first time that Soto Karass has been cut in his career. Suffered cuts in both fights with Mike Jones, as well as in fights against Chris Smith and Gabriel Rosado. Midway through the round and the fight, a fantastic scrap so far.
Maidana holding on for the first time. He may have been stunned against that ropes. We'll see.
I'll tell you, he may have gotten hurt with a body shot, or he may have just wanted to smother Soto Karass' work.
And
either
Soto
way, he didn't want to be there.
Working the body with the
work
left
is
hook.
hurting him.
Soto Karass beginning to take over in this round. Final minute, walking down Maidana, utilizing his own jab. And there's a lead left hook.
I said earlier it was not effective to be a southpaw for Soto Karass. Now it is. He's making that work for him, and man, his body work's paying dividends.
Showcasing a diverse attack, utilizing the jab, working the body, and then going upstairs is Jesus Soto Karass, 29-year-old, 11-year veteran.
Hey, this last minute's going to decide the round for me, guys. I thought Maidana controlled the first minute, and Soto Karass roared back in the second minute. And it seems like this third minute, he's winning it as well.
Soto Karass pounding away on Maidana in the corner. 15 seconds left in the round.
A war of attrition. Seriously, a war of attrition.
And now Maidana looks to come back in the final few seconds of what has been a terrific tilt here tonight. Round 7 coming up.
I mean, we're only halfway through.
Soto Karass came out jawing at Maidana, and he came out punching. Maidana was able to come back and land big power punches early, but then Soto Karass, fighting out of the southpaw style, pushed him against the ropes, landed body shots. That one was a little low, but the other one was legal, and those body punches made a huge difference. Later in the round, again, Maidana against the ropes, and Soto Karass ripping the body. The body is now the key for him. Those are the punches that are hurting Maidana, but of course he mixes in a nice straight right to the head. And in the last round, 37 punches landed for Soto Karass, 17 for Maidana. Soto Karass threw 103 punches. Oh yeah, that work in Big Bear has helped him. That's
Midway through this welterweight war, Soto Karass cut over the right eye early in round 6. By the end of the round, it started to close, but a great round for Soto Karass as Maidana now lands a right hand.
Eric Gomez, the matchmaker for Golden Boy, swore that this could be the best fight of the night. He was a little clairvoyant, wasn't he? Of course, he's the matchmaker. He should know, huh?
Up.
officials, Showtime scoring. A very close fight, as you can see, indicated by our unofficial scores. A majority draw right now, and another point deduction. Kenny Bayless taking the point away from Maidana.
Maidana risking, I think, one more, and he's disqualified, right? He's lost 2 points already.
He has
If
been
it's for the
warned.
same thing, yes. Could be frustration and fatigue on the part of Maidana, too.
Yeah, I agree, Al.
Soto Karass again taking the fight to Maidana. Maidana with the lead left hook. Soto Karass just walking through Maidana's punches. Now working again from the southpaw stance. Misses with the lead right hook.
I think there's a point to be made here. Soto Karass is walking through a lot of Maidana's offense, and I don't think Maidana is used to this. You know, at 140 pounds, he hit guys like this, and they were either knocked out or running on their bikes.
That is such a good point.
Mentally, this might be a little bit debilitating for Maidana, that his power is just not affecting Soto Karass the way he wants it to.
Absolutely.
Maidana's second fight at welterweight, losing his debut to Devin Alexander, making a change in his professional career, hooking up with Robert Garcia in Oxnard, California. And there's a lead left hook that jars Soto Karass and lands a right hand as well. Final minute of the 7th round.
Jesus Soto Karass has been looking for a signature win in his career. Could this be the night he gets it? Still a long way to go in this match.
Up until this point, Soto Karass cited wins over David Estrada in his first fight with Mike Jones as his best performances. He's looking pretty sharp here tonight, but Maidana comes back with a left hook. And another lead left hook, and Soto Karass keeps coming forward. And Maidana, while he's busy, the right hand knocks down Soto Karass! And just like that, this fight turns on a dime!
6, 7, 8.
Mandatory 8-count issued to Soto Karass, who is knocked down for the second time in his career. And Marcos Maidana changes the momentum in an instant.
I'll tell you, did Maidana ever need that? Even mentally, did he need that? Just to at least see that he's hurting this guy.
Remember early in the round, there was a point deduction against Maidana. And this well, yes, sir, a low blow. Maidana thinking that Kenny Bayless couldn't see it. That was tricky.
Yeah, he said, take this with you before we break.
Trying to be a little cute.
And then an overhand right by Maidana. Actually, a straight right hand. Remember, I said straighten the right hand early in the match. Now, remember, there was a point deduction, so I scored the round 9-8 for Maidana because of the deduction. But you see the combination punching of Maidana, and this straight right hand, it's a straight one, and that was the difference. That made it powerful.
And you know what? This is, again, a little new look from Maidana, throwing a little bit shorter combinations, straightening out the punches. That knockdown might not happen if he's throwing the old punches from Maidana.
You're so right.
Round 8 underway. This WBA title eliminator, Maidana, firing off the right hand, but Soto Karass valiantly trying to fight back, gets hurt with the left hook. Maidana reinvigorated. And there's a straight right, doubling it up, and Soto Karass stumbling. Oh, and needs another straight right hand. And another right hand that finds the head of Soto Karass, now beginning to take all kinds of punishment. Kenny Bayless steps in. Marcos Maidana wins via technical knockout. A terrific fight. Do you agree with the stoppage?
Well, it's one that might be debated. Soto Karass was taking some punishment. His hands were up. Kenny Bayless was taking a long look at him. It's a very close fight, so I don't know.
I don't know. It's tough. You know, from one end, you're thinking, how many punches this guy going to take? But at the same time, Maidana was taking the same kind of punches, you know. But, you know, could it have been just a momentum swing for the moment? Could he have let him continue? It's possible. You know, it's debatable. We're not in the ring with the fighter. You know, Kenny Bayless has shown he's a great referee through the years.
He's an excellent official.
It's tough to call, you know. He's the one inside the ring with him. I personally would have liked to see Soto Karass get a chance to continue, just because he's had so many tough breaks in his career.
You're right, with the performance here tonight, but safety first. And Kenny Bayless, one of the best referees in the business, stops the fight. Marcos Maidana picks up his first win at welterweight.
And Soto Karass is not protesting that much.
No.
So maybe that's a sign that was the right decision.
It's possible, but I'll tell you another thing. Soto Karass was down in this fight. You can't debate the knockdown this time.
No, that's for sure. Well, we take a look at how Marcos Maidana turned this around after he had knocked Soto Karass down in the previous round. He went after him. He had him against the ropes. Big right hands landing. Now there's Karass still trying to land with the right hook, but the right hands are raining down on him. Kenny Bayless taking a very close look at Karass and steps in, feeling he had taken enough punishment. A look from overhead, Paulie, and we'll see if this is even more revealing.
This is Maidana going for the kill. A nice double right hand there. Step back from the count, from the offense coming back, and a nice over-the-top right hand again. And he smelled blood, and he went for it.
Well, he's a finisher, Marcos Maidana, at any weight. And from yet another angle, those right hands, and as I mentioned before, Kenny Bayless taking a very close look and staying close enough so that he can stop the action. Of course, that's what a referee's supposed to do. And it's a judgment call.
It's a judgment call, but he's still punching back.
Well, I tend to agree with you, but it's tough to second guess.
I never like to stop a fight.
Getting stopped for the second time in his career. Let's make it official with Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 43 seconds in round number 8. Our referee in charge, Kenny Bayless, stops the contest. He is the winner by way of technical knockout. He is now the WBA Intercontinental Welterweight Champion, Marcos El Chino